Last season, the Chicago Bears gave up 68 sacks. And no, one more would not be nice. Now, not all of those sacks were on the offensive line, not their fault. But too many were. So in order to combat that in accordance with the new offensive coaches, new scheme, and all that fun stuff, Ryan Poles went out and spent high draft picks, trade capital, and free agent acquisitions to address this offensive line. So let's take a look at that today on our positional group breakdown of the Big Uglies for today on Sports Chicago Style.
Sports, 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 Chicago style, for me and you.
Welcome, one and all. All right, we're in the trenches on the offensive side of the ball today's video. The last for the offensive side of the ball, in fact. Yeah. And then we jump over to the defensive side to continue the series before the season and the preseason actually gets underway. So before we get the thoughts on what's happening with the offensive line, let's find out who's on said line. Offensive line coach, Dan Rochar. Assistant offensive line coach, Kyle Devan. Offensive lineman, Ozzie Trapillo, Joe Tooney, Drew Dahlman, Jonah Jackson, Darnell Wright, Braxton Jones, Kiran Amagaji, Ricky Stromberg, Theo Benedette, Chris Glazier, Doug Kramer, Jordan McFadden, Joshua Miles, Bill Murray, Luke Newman, Ryan Bates. This veteran leadership from Tooney, the All-Pro that was traded for, right? He will be an asset to this line, especially with the development, right, of the younger players. The only thing that I still have questions about that will remain unanswered are health. Kiran, Bates, Jackson, all have injury histories. If they are relied upon, this could be bad. But it seems as though there are bodies to be thrown at the problem. But the problem will be the talent, right, within those bodies. Chef, please.
Thank you, Coach. I do believe that the Ryan Poles has put together a much more versatile group on the offensive line to where they can protect the Caleb Williams, and he will now hopefully be able to get the ball out on the schedule of time on time of the schedule of the offense. And so this should be beneficial to the team as a whole. And we also have to identify the up-and-comers who will be able to fill in and have the versatility at the other positions in case of the injuries that Coach spoke about. Trip?
Bro, thanks, Chef. Bro, it's like the Woo, this offense, and with this offensive line, forming like Voltron, bro. Cause it's gotta all come together, and they gotta protect Gizmo, and they gotta open those holes for Swift and all of the other running back, and give Gizmo time to get the ball to all those weapons, like with the play action and then the regularly scheduled pass plays, because the offensive line is gonna give them time, bro. And this is how like Big Ben, Big Johnson is gonna get us like a lot of points for these offenses, bro. And it starts in the trenches with the offensive line and
and the power pose compels you because he hooked it up this year, bro. And like he was talking that shit last year, something about like the best depth he ever had or something, and it was tested and it came up lacking, bro. But like this iteration of the offensive line, I like it, bro. I like it. Let's fucking go, bro. Yeah. Triple R.
All right, thanks, Trip. Thank you, Chef Trips. Thank you, Coach Tripping. It's going to be interesting to see how the youth, the experience, the talent all comes together to provide the protection necessary for the run, for the pass, to make this offense successful. You know, we want the offense to be successful. And we all know that starts in the trenches. And speaking of the trenches, our next video will be onto the defensive side of the ball under defensive coordinator Dennis Allen with the defensive line. So if you have not seen the previous offensive room videos for the 2025 season, please go back and review those at Sports Chicago Style. That's the channel here on the YouTube, and that's also the website, sportschicagostyle.com. So make sure you are subscribed here on the channel, liking the videos, and visiting the website where necessary. And if you would care to support via the Ko-fi or the Patreon, you can do so via the QR codes that are on your screen, all under Sports Chicago Style. And please do follow us on our social media platforms that you're on, that you see us on at Sports Chicago Style. All right. So review those previous videos. We look forward to getting onto the defensive side of the ball. So until then, bear down.
Bro, bear down, buddy. Bear